it's not. It's a different address, right? So you could be trespassing one address and on another. So now that we've got that over and done with, are you going to give me your name? All I want to do is find who you are.
Yes, my name is Jordan Comden.
Jordan Comden. Thank you, Jordan.
Oh, that's pretty elaborate. I thought that was hair on your arm. I didn't even know that was
no,
a
it's a tattoo.
Yeah. How do you spell Comden, sir?
That's correct. He said it's been done.
C-O-M.
Yeah.
B as in boy, D as in Dan, E-N.
Comden. C-O-M-B-D-E-N. And your first name, please?
Jordan.
Jordan. Can you spell that, please?
I don't live in Glendale.
J-O-R-D-A-N.
J-O-R-D-A-N. Thank you.
It's considered Glendale.
Yeah, we have a key to the building. We've got laundry in there.
Yeah, you see.
So am I free to go?
Hold on a second. No, I'm just going to check you out, make sure you're not on any conditions or anything like that.
I'm not.
To be here. And then you'll be free to go after that.
So if you don't have a washer,
you have to go to the building.
they give you the access and they tell you it's 75 cents to lock. That's why I'm confused when you said that.
Yeah, so I'm like, I could have
sworn. If you're not right over here, that means I'm not out in the building. Yeah.
Apparently.
Do you have a driver's license, Jordan?
Yeah, I know.
Correct.
Oh, no, I don't.
Can you, are you on the TV?
No, you can go. Sorry, buddy.
Once we're done this, you can give me your, once you're done this, you can give me that website of that Bank of Canada thing you were telling me about.
Yeah,
For sure.
What band are we supposed to go on to, buddy? 20?
25, I got it.
24? I got it, man. 24?
Yep.
Tack one. Where were you guys headed tonight, anyways?
Well, I was just coming over here to say hi to a friend. I owe him some money.
Oh, that's always a good friend to go visit.
I borrowed $10 off him to get some shampoo and conditioner and paying him back.
Can someone run another name for me?
Yeah, that's why, because he doesn't have any ID.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, better that way. Especially now that I have a kid too. I ain't trying to stay in problems and have my daughter taken away.
Kid?
Yeah, I only have a daughter.
Can someone want a name
Two
for tab 54?
Something to work towards.
Yes, and now that I got a job yesterday too, and it was just my first day today. Oh man, what do you do? What do you work? I just got a job for garage doors. Installing garage doors.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah. Because that lady drove through her door. She drove right through it.
Through the door, yeah.
Instead of waiting for it to open, she put it in from park to drive, but missed the brake and slammed gas right through the doors. So
what division are you guys? TAV?
TAVIS.
Which is, can you just tell me the acronym?
Drone anti-violence.
Anti-violence.
Yeah.
So wait, does that mean you guys would ever go after the financial bankers who have destroyed our country? Because they're the most violent people. No, those are the most violent people I know. Is that a yes or no?
Not us specifically.
Not you, no. Is there anyone I should address that to, do you think?
What do you call? Sorry, I missed the whole part of the conversation.
I asked you what your division was, and I asked if you guys, you said violence, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, the most violent people I know are the criminal banking elite, and I'm asking you if you guys aren't going to go after them, who would?
Well, maybe, I don't know what the whole story is behind it, but I don't know if there's a fraud being committed. Maybe you might want to go for fraud.
Financial crimes, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Who
like,
would I direct
that's
that
like
to?
a whole federal unit, you know. That's like FBI type stuff that would be on that.
If it's Canadian, it would be RCMP.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the non-emergency number for RCMP is, but you can call and ask someone who you can report a financial crime to, and then you can ask them to do something about it.
All right.
That's cool.
Thanks.
Jordan, where were you born? In Toronto?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about the delay.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, we saw him. He did that to us too.
No, he gives us a finger.
Yeah, well, that's just stand by one sec. We're just reading the copy regarding
Put a whole new thing in there. That little canopy there.
Gazebo or?
Yeah, that canopy he put in like 3 days ago, and then now look at all the lights and everything he's got all hooked up on it. Got all these lights all over it now.
I haven't got my return. I'm just going to go on the floor too and quickly ask them so these gentlemen can get out of here.
How you doing?
Good.
What's cooking?
Bank of Canada.
I've got good information.
What's going on with Bank of Canada?
You're Canadian, right?
Yes.
Okay, in 1938, Mackenzie King nationalized the Bank of Canada, so you as a Canadian own a share of the Bank of Canada. The issue is in 1974, we stopped using the Bank of Canada, we started borrowing money from international bankers, and then charging every Canadian the interest. Now we spend $160 million a day on
user fees?
No, on just the interest on the debt, on the national debt. So that's $160 million a day.
How much?
$160 million a day. Then that's $60 billion a year. Do you know where that 60 billion goes? Into the financial. How do we put this? Because you said they're not really criminals in a sense. Financial criminals. Crimes. Okay. That's basically the. I'm sure you've heard of the Occupy so forth stuff and how they talk about the 99% and 1%. Yes, no? You've never heard of them? No? Okay.
No, I'm listening.
Oh, okay.
I'm listening.
I was going to say,
go ahead.
Well, in 1974 we stopped using the Bank of Canada and we started borrowing money from these private internationals, and then they put the interest on me and you. Now, what we're trying to do is return the Bank of Canada to me and you so that we can manage our national debt, and that way our kids can have a future. Right now, if we continue in the same way, we're going to end up in the States with a $16 trillion debt with a police state. And I know, I don't have any kids right now, but that's not the kind of future I want them to grow up in. So now that you know that
I have kids right now.
I know.
There's a lot of situations that frustrate me and.
We're just busy on the air. I'm trying to get just to confirm his ID.
To verify who I am. Oh. Did you guys know about the Bank of Canada? That you guys own shares? No. No? Well, now you guys do.
Are you getting into finance or anything? Or
me personally, no. I want to get into video production personally.
Oh no, just 'cause it seems like you're really knowledgeable, right? So,
it's just I started questioning things, and then as you start questioning things, you start to see things, and then you have to question those things because there's always two sides to the truth. There's your story, there's that story, and then there's the actual truth. And that's what I care about. And then I found out that as a Canadian, I own a bank, and then I could, make the future better if we use it.
And you want to get into video production?
Yeah.
And what kind of video production?
All kinds.
Thanks for being honest with me, Jordan.
No problem.
Okay.
What's your name?
Jason.
Jason? Nice to meet you guys. I'm glad you guys all know now about the Bank of Canada. And as police officers, we're going to need your help in the future, because for us to return the Bank of Canada, it's not going to be simple. We're going to need educated individuals who know what they're talking about. So I thank you guys for your work tonight.
Okay. All right.
Have a good one.
Okay. My partner needs to talk to him, I think. Is he done with? Hold on a second.
Are we still being detained, or?
No, you're free to go, Jordan.
So are you taking any courses?
I was at Seneca at York for pre-media and communications.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the program, but now I work for a water filtration company, because another thing that, if you guys don't know about it, we fluoridate Toronto's water with a toxic substance called hydrofluorosilic acid. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's a byproduct of phosphorus farming. Okay.
What the heck?
Yes. The dental lobbyists, basically right now in Toronto, we spend $3 million a year purchasing a toxic substance called hydrofluorosilic acid. Okay. We then put that into our water because dental lobbyists say that it's good for your teeth. Actually, that's a lie, okay? They have no science behind it.
Fluoride now, sorry?
Yes, we're talking about halting fluoridation, because recently, actually last week, Harvard put out a study saying that consuming fluoride lowers IQ.
You have a high IQ, don't you?
No, I don't.
Oh, you seem like you use. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Thanks, though.
Which company are you with?
I work for Newterra.
Newterra?
Newterra.
Newterra. What's this green like? Have you heard of this thing as a green?
If they stop and recognize the name and they'll let
What do you...
Anyways,
have no idea.
bottom line, should we be getting a water filter in the home or not? 'Cause that's what my wife's going through right now.
Okay.
She has to spend, it's like $30 a month or something, she's saying.
There is alternative ways to getting around it. Brita filters and so forth, they don't remove fluoride. Okay, I get this.
Listening, yeah?
Yeah, I get this a lot. People are like, "Well, how do I get around it? Right? How do I detox myself, or so forth?" The best thing we can do is stop putting it in the water, and the only way to do that is our municipal councillors hold the final say in what happens with our water. Okay, So luckily for Ward 39, Mike Delgrand, my counselor, he's the individual before, as well as I can't remember the Asian fellow's name from Ward 40. Those are the two counselors who tried to halt fluoridation before. I guess there wasn't enough public support about it because not many people know, because you have the dental lobby saying it's good for your teeth, and then you have the scientists and everyone else, the studies saying that, hey, it's killing you and lowering your IQ. Okay? So right now in Toronto, basically everyone's being mass medicated against their will. And I don't think that's appropriate.
Sure, no, I agree.
And I think following this year, like, because I'm also trying to halt fluoridation, like I was just saying, coming into next year, into 2013, new stricter protocols come into play regarding water safety. Okay, so you'll see, for sure, a bunch next year of like court cases going in, taking our municipal councillors to court over poisoning us. Now I'm trying to do that right now, get it over with, so that way, you know, the real issue is when children drink fluoridated water, it's 10 times worse. Okay. It's 10 times worse than it is for an adult, just the way our immune systems work.
How about when you boil the water?
Here's the thing. Majority of the fluoride that's going into your body from the water isn't from you drinking it, okay? It's from... Exactly. Your skin absorbs it. It's in our food. Until we solve that problem. Now, don't get me wrong. Fluoride is a naturally occurring thing. But what we're putting into Toronto's water is artificially fluoridating, okay? It's called hydrofluorosilic acid. And the reason why I started doing this was last year, Waterloo halted the fluoridation program because a bunch of concerned citizens got together and they held their municipal councillors legally responsible. They were fluoridating their water with something called hexafluorosilic acid. Okay, it's just as bad as what we're putting in Toronto's water, but you know, that showed me that there's a protocol that we can follow to get it done. And the only way to do that is to, you know, hey, you all know now. You like, okay, now to get that person to actually contact your municipal councillor is another thing, but that's who has the final say.
So what about these filters? My wife, she's going on that saying, oh, all these pharmaceutical byproducts, I don't know, like
exactly,
residues, pharmaceuticals, all this other stuff. I'm kind of like trying to dismiss it, say, Winnie, relax, take it easy.
Oh, like buy the hybrid vegetables and stuff you're talking about?
No, okay, yeah.
Install a filter, like seriously. Like, the guy's coming in tomorrow to install this thing. It's like $30 a month.
Well, what about the multiplying estrogen levels in meat purchased from the grocery stores, right?
And do you know what that's caused from? That's actually caused from the GMO soy and the corn, okay? Because unfortunately they stopped feeding the animals cows grass, okay? They started feeding them.
To feed them corn.
Yeah, it's cheaper to feed them GMO.
I know stuff.
They started feeding them GMO corn, and then as well as the estrogen from the soy. Okay, now here's the thing: it's the chicken. Here's the thing: the chicken's eating the GMO soy, the cows are eating the GMO corn. Okay, the meat's not necessarily that healthy for you anymore. And the thing about the chicken is that the way soy works, it mimics estrogen. So we're eating all this chicken that has that's been eating genetically modified soy, and you'll hear a lot of people on some natural things say, oh, don't worry about that, the food they're eating may have cancer-causing carcinogens in it, but it all leaves the chicken when in its poop. Well, actually, the cows are eating their shit too, so you gotta throw that into it. I know, it's crazy, it's over.
One thing I definitely know, though, and I think this is what's going on with my wife, the more educated we become with certain things, I think also, yeah. And I mean,
yes,
and you're right, and a lot of us, like myself, I'll tell you right now, I'll want to put the blinders on because it's
sometimes
just overwhelming.
A lot of it is,
but my wife is like, rah, 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 and I'm like, and she's driving me.
Oh, it's
right. Oh, buddy.
I know. Like,
then it gets like so expensive, right? So then you gotta go.
So here's the thing. Now,
grassroots and any proper, maybe.
Organic, yes, is still the best way to go right now, but there's a problem with organic as well, is that you don't actually really know if it's organic. Okay?
It doesn't have to be certified by the Canadian government to have an organic
thing on it. But now here's the thing about the GMOs. GMOs don't even have to be labeled as a genetically modified organism.
In Canada they do, only in the States they do, correct?
No, they don't have to label in Canada at all.
I thought they did, okay.
Because you can go to, this is what I've noticed, is when you go to certain like markets or so forth, instead of saying organic on like a piece of cardboard, it will say fresh. fresh. Instead of, yeah. No, I'm serious.
Oh, this is the right brand.
That's what I was saying.
This
For a regular
is
light,
good
that's
to be.
pretty bright. It has to be an LED.
Yeah. No, those are my two big things. Is the Bank of Canada, because then we can manage our national debt,
That's what's, yeah.
and then we can have a better future for our kids. And then the fluoridation thing is you get everyone no longer being medicated. Then better things can come from it.
Guys, good luck. You gave me a lot to think about.
All right.
I'm telling you.
Have a good night.
I chill with.
Tired.
Have a good night. Nice meeting you
He
guys.
has my brain going miles a minute all the time. Take care, you guys.
Have a good one.